At the start of the crisis, we were asked to stand and clap for the heroes, our frontline workers in our health service. However, the reality of the treatment of these workers in many cases is nothing short of disgraceful. I've recently been contacted by a worker in the health service, someone with 20 years service, currently in an admin role. This woman and her colleagues were told by management at the start of the crisis that they were considered frontline workers and were told they could not work from home. Now, she has 2 children, both with underlying health issues, could not use her parents for childcare for obvious reasons. They were over 70. And in effect, she was forced to use her annual leave to take time off to mind her children. The annual leave was from the 1st of April, to about 26 to 28 days, depending on your service. All her annual leave was used up by the end of May, because she couldn't, no one else look after her children. And all her annual leave issued for 2021 from the 1st of April this year is gone. The option now is unpaid parental leave. That's her option, and I'm sure that's not just her. I'll make that point in a few moments. Her creche facilities pre-COVID were 7:30 to 6:15, same as her working hours. She could work around them. Now it's 8:45 to 5 p.m. because the childcare facility can't do much more than that. But she has an hour to commute to work in the morning and then to commute back. This means she can only be at work at 10 a.m. and would have to leave at 3:30 to collect her children. That's not an option for her. The cost of the creche now available for 22 hours a week for 2 children is €294, leaving her with approximately €100 a week for everything else, for her diesel, her travel, her lunch, her household outgoings, a mortgage, the whole lot. Her partner is also a frontline worker. He has to go in as he is a subcontractor. He would lose the contract if he wasn't available. Now, my understanding, Minister, that it is against the law to force workers to use annual leave in this situation, but that is effectively what has happened. And the problem is widespread for frontline health workers. This has been raised by the INMO over the last period of time. And the government promised to make special arrangements to provide creche facilities for health workers, but completely failed to deliver. I find this situation absolutely incredible. Surely there was somebody in charge, either at ministerial level, at the officials in the department, or managers in the HSE. Surely somebody could have used their imagination and wit to provide a solution. These workers should have been allowed to stay at home with full pay. That's the bottom line. They had no other choice. They had to stay at home, and they should have been told to stay at home with full pay. This worker is now looking at the possibility for seeking alternative employment with suitable hours, which is going to be very difficult for her, but she doesn't really have much choice. This is the choice she's been given. She was really let down, and so have many of her fellow health workers. She says staff are in despair, stressed, and some are depressed. These workers should be given back their annual leave that they had to take, and they should be given the flexible hours to be able to look after their children. This worker should be able to work around that childcare hours that she has to work around now at the moment. So, Minister, I'm asking you to investigate this. I'm asking you to give a commitment to these workers that you'll find out how many workers were affected right across the frontline workers. And I'm talking about ambulance workers, nurses, admin staff, right across the board. Find out how many of these workers were affected. Write to them and tell them that they'll get their annual leave back. They don't have to take unpaid parental leave, and that they will get they be paid in the meantime and be given flexible hours. So I'm hoping that the Minister will respond to that.